In an ironic twist, the Trump administration is now coming after foreign spouses trying to gain citizenship. A new policy allows federal immigration authorities to initiate removal proceedings for immigrants without legal status who seek lawful permanent residency through a spouse or other family members. On Monday, a new guidance issued by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, warned that family-based petition accords no immigration status, nor does it bar removal. Policy is effective immediately and also applies to applicants with pending requests, according to NBC News. So this is a huge change to family-based visa and green card petitions that have long been a key legal pathway for residence or residency for immigrants. Normally, a U.S. citizen or green card holder, all they would have to do would be to sponsor the applicant. And there you go. And that's a pathway to residency. But no longer. No longer. And it's not like we didn't see any of this coming. Trump repeatedly criticized family-based immigration as chain migration. He doesn't like chain migration, despite the fact that Melania Trump had used the very same program for her own parents back in 2018. Because, of course, maybe that's, hey, you know what? Maybe that's the reason. Maybe Donald Trump hates his in-laws, okay, and wants to get rid of them. I don't know. USCIS alert announcing the policy said this, quote, fraudulent, frivolous, or otherwise non-meritorious, so they're kind of giving that one away right there. Basically, what they consider to be meritorious is you giving them money. That's it. That's the only requirement now. Can you pay us? And then we'll let you become a citizen. Anyway, non-meritorious family-based immigrant visa petitions erode confidence in family-based pathways to lawful permanent residence status and undermine family unity in the United States. How? No, what they're doing, they are literally ripping families apart, preventing people from getting married and becoming citizens that way. I mean, that's insane. And it's ironic, too, because, again, you have a lot of people, MAGA people included, they have used family-based migration to bring their spouses over and then allow them to become U.S. citizens. So, well, I guess can't do that anymore. Can't go the Melania route, okay? Now, to be fair, again, she is an immigrant spouse. She first came to the U.S. in 1996 on a tourist visa, then got a series of working visas. Then she obtained a green card for immigrants with extraordinary ability. I don't know what ability that is. And, quote, sustained national and international acclaim after beginning to date Donald Trump. Oh, okay. Now, the visa that she got was the Einstein visa. Does anybody actually really believe that she deserved the Einstein visa? She was a model dating a rich guy. That's really it. But that's all it took. But you know what? I was fine with that before. Okay, I was okay with her being here. But not anymore. Because in classic Republican fashion, Trump, the administration, is pulling up the ladder behind Melania and her parents, leaving the 2.9 million immigrants seeking the I-130 petitions hanging. Yeah, that petition is the first step in obtaining a green card through a spouse or family, according to an NBC News analysis of the USCIS data, which means those people who are doing this the right way. Remember, they're arguing, oh, why don't these immigrants just come and do it the right way? I would be totally fine with immigration if they just do it the right way, but they're doing it the wrong way. Really? Well, these people are doing it the right way. And guess what? This administration is taking that way away. Look, here's the thing. These people are now open for deportation through no fault of their own. You want to know why? Because, look, a lot of these people are here on temporary visas. If your visa expires while you are waiting for the government to get to your green card application, which can take months or years, They currently have a backlog of about 11.3 million cases. A backlog. If they don't get to it in time, you know what? You're at risk of being arrested, detained, and deported. That's the reality of the situation. The pro-family Republican Party is literally preventing people from having families, ripping them apart, deporting spouses. I guess they only care about certain kinds of families. You know what I'm talking about.
The Republican Party's racist.
Just like they only care about certain kinds of babies. Pro-life my ass. Here's the other thing. Since this opens up millions of people, about 2.9 million specifically, okay, to being deported when their visas lapse. You know what that's going to do? That's going to do a lot to pump up ICE's numbers, their deportation numbers, which is what they are desperate to do, by the way. Their numbers are not good. About 990 people a day have been deported. That's far short of their quota of 3,000 people deported a day. And look, this is part of that. And you know, another part of that is DHS that was just caught trying to deport dead people. I kid you not, dead people. In one of the cases, Los Angeles attorney Patricia Corrales said the government had moved to reopen the files of a construction worker, Hilario Romero Arcenega, whose deportation case was closed 7 years ago after he qualified for a crime victim visa. Romero Arcenega died 6 months before DHS filed this motion. That's right. They're trying to deport dead people. Immigration attorneys say that the Nome-led agency's Office of Principal Legal Advisor has inundated the courts with nearly identical motions to revive cases for dead people, often without checking whether or not the individuals are alive, have obtained legal status, or were still even in the United States. Some of the original attorneys for these cases are also no longer alive. And in other instances, clients have already received their visas or other legal protections, which, again, I guess you don't know if they're going to honor that. Maria Caravetta, who's been hit with 30 of these motions since June, said this, quote, "It's bad faith doing it like that." Well, yes, especially since each of these cases requires a response within 10 days. So 10 days. Bad faith doesn't even cover it. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And what is that? What are they doing? They are pumping up the numbers for Stephen Miller. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Okay, this is not about following the law. This is not about ensuring safety. This is about numbers for Nazis. That's it. Numbers for Nazis. And you got Chief Nazi Stephen Miller out there trying to ensure that he has as many deportation numbers as he can get. You know why? Because his overall goal here is for the United States to be a white ethno state. If you don't think that that's the goal, then you're not paying attention. Or maybe you're just trying to distract people and lie, which wouldn't be a surprise. Wouldn't be a surprise at all. But this is how they're going to try to make this country into a whites-only ethno state. The evidence is right here. It is right in front of your eyes if you pay enough attention to see it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.